We have interconnectivity nonetheless. Unfortunately, we will not be able to go live on you now. I think I did for like 20 seconds, but now it's wrecked. Thank you for joining me. Indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. Thank you for finding yourself here again. Another day, another moment to celebrate, another moment to surrender deeply to what is. I've been thinking a lot about the transition. Yesterday, we ended the stream pulling a card on graceful transitions. Graceful transitions. You know, how does one go about transitioning gracefully? Feels a little bit easier said than done. And it's not like there's any, right, you do this and then you do that and then you transition gracefully. No. It's kind of like a in the moment, surrendering deeply to what is type of transitioning. I'm feeling a lot of things. Joyviv, Shannon, it's so nice having you friends here with me. I'm feeling a lot of things. Like this change, this small little grass mites everywhere. The change that is coming with moving away from Christian's place again. Melt, you're back home. I'm not. I'm not back home. I'm at Popsho's place right now. I'll probably be home soonish, though. I feel like this is such a different frame. How does the audio sound? The fact that I can be further and further away and it still sounds good just makes my brain so happy. You want to come and say hi, Popcho?
No, not like this.
You want to put a shirt on first? Siobhan, the Supremo. I actually like that. Christian, instead of Supreme Overlord, you're now Supremo. Instead of Supreme Overlord, you are now Supremo. Supremo.
That makes me sound like a chip brand.
Supremo.
Do it.
Sounds so good. Audio good. Oh, like,
Only Supreme Overlord.
you want to join me for the stream?
I'm just gonna wave a hello.
You know the coolest thing
I'm
is
having some fat chats.
with that. Yeah, thank you, Christian. Popcho might say hello as well. If he comes out of his shirt, he's gonna say hello. Kind of now seeing you with one want a beer as well.
Oh yeah?
Kinda. Just because I didn't bring my.
Does that imply you want me to bring?
No. I can fetch my own beer. Thank you.
You can do that?
I think I can do that. I think I'm capable. I'm just thinking how I don't have my cards or my book of things worth saying or Ermius Plur or my water bottle.
Just get it out of your mind. Like, scroll through 52 of them, pick one randomly, and pull that out of your memory.
Ah, yes. Actually, I can do that. Which thing worth saying is kind of resonating with me right now. When it comes to surrendering, maybe I'll think of something worth saying in like a new one. That surrendering is the willingness to completely trust in both yourself and the universe, right? You don't surrender from this perspective of abandoning your will or letting go. You surrender from this perspective of knowing that it will be okay, right? Like surrender can be something that you do instead of letting your fellow soldiers be slaughtered, for example. And I feel like that has been the most apt description of surrender to me. That I'm surrendering to the current circumstances, to the way that things are going to be, not from a perspective of that I'm less for it, right? I'm not less for surrendering to these changes. But for some reason it can make me feel like I am sometimes. Right? Like I'm talking about how yesterday's message was, thank you, Holmes. That's so nice of you. Yesterday's stream was graceful transitions, and how like there's no rule book to transitioning gracefully. Thank you, homie. Seems Christian is gonna not give us any of his wisdoms. He's gonna go and have chats with Pop Show. I'm getting double birded right now, and also air humped. Good, you're good. Thank you. Aiden, it's nice to have you here. Brother Bear, how are you doing, dude? Watch, watch, watch. This is like one of the things that I've been wanting to do since getting these little microphones. I can do that, and I can be insane, and I can go, ah, thinking, thinking, wording, 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 thinking, thinking. Or maybe I can be like, ah, yes, green, so beautiful and green, so wonderfully. Oh goodness. Whatever this plant is, doesn't like being touched. Kind of stanks when you touch it. How about this one? This one smells a little bit more planty. It has little purple flowers. Oh, that's nice. Let me bring one of them to you, friends. Yeah, 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 yeah. Clouds look nice. Some birds chirping. Get to be far away from the screen and you still get to hear me perfectly. I don't know if that makes your brain so happy as as happy as it makes mine, but the freedom, the freedom is doing my mind so well. Looks like a little face in a way. I fight so that I may have the strength to surrender. I fight so I may have the strength to surrender. I fight so that I never have to surrender again. Thanks for the flower. Thank you. Thank you for spending some time with me. Want to see some more? See more flowers? I don't know if I want to pick anymore, but I do want to show you another one. I'm going to swap you around. There's going to be a shtick in the way. I'm sorry. But look at these dudes. Focus. The ultra wide seems to be struggling. I'm going to swap quickly. There we go. Look at these little fluffy dudes at the tip of it. The way the light refracts on them. Like that is so crazy to me. So soft. So soft. Like some reason I wanna really get intimate with whatever this is. I wanna, like, when I say get intimate, I'm imagining myself with a little spaceship going and landing on this thing, walking on its surface. Some pollen as well. Caught on my finger. Everything is dead right now. Here, I missed flowers. The flowers miss you too, Aiden. This flower's just for you, dude. Dudes can also like flowers, yo. Ask a dude in your life what his favorite flower is today. $10 says he actually has an answer. This is one that is just about starting. And there seems to be something living there as well. The nest was built. This is what a dead one looks like. Still has that little dude. I don't know why this piece fascinates me so much. I really don't. Does it fascinate you, friends? Do you like that? And there's this cactus. It does have beautiful flowers, but its flowers aren't blooming just yet. Not quite blooming just yet. Balls are crazy intricate. This plant is making my brain happy. Just for the color of it. Sexy. What else is there? Another cactus. More flowers just starting. I don't know if they're dry or something. They look like they're having a hard time. But they feel very interesting. Very fleshy. Very fleshy feeling. Joe, we are exploring Popcho's garden a little bit. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, I see small little pink flowers in the furthest. Can you spot them yet? Look at these little dudes. So sweet. And then there's like a few small little baby ones here as well. More. Another plant also has a texture to it. Oh, and I think there's maybe one more flower. One more flower. Let's see if I can find some. Yeah, there they are. Oh, there's a burp. Hey, burp. That's the burp that we just saw. Sup, dude? These little flowers are the one I want to show you. They smell so nice, actually. They grow on these vines. See if I can find one that's kind of high. And nah, I haven't seen that way. Look at all of that. That fractal, so much information. I like the garden, bro. Thank you. Thank you. It's Popcho's. It's Popcho's. I don't get to be here a lot. But I do like the plant life. Look at that burp as well. With something in his beak. Man, I'm feeling some things, yo. I'm definitely feeling some things. I don't exactly know what this feeling is necessarily. Surrender? Maybe? Maybe I'm feeling into the space of surrender. Just to be willing to let go of the way I think things are supposed to be. I've been in this place of uncertainty of when it is I'm going home. Dad sent me a message yesterday asking me if I want something for Christmas. And noticing a place of myself that is also surrendering to humility, unwillingness to expect something. Like the things I want right now are all tools of creation. You know, I want to be able to make more things with them. But they're too expensive. And then I notice in myself this, either I don't want anything or I want the things that I want. Does that make sense? I don't want more things to clutter my life. I don't want more things to take my time, right? I want something that I can actually create with. And I notice this part of myself that feels I'm not supposed to be asking other people to help me. I'm not even supposed to ask my parents to help me. I'm supposed to do these things for myself. And I feel like there's a surrendering that's happening there. Like I'm surrendering to the reality of being an adult, of trying to do my own thing, of earning capital and buying my own tools. There's a lot of things I want to do. There's a lot of things I want to do, and it kind of trips us out that we don't always have the means to, the time to, the access to information to. And it's making me feel like I'm not working hard enough, you know. I guess the end of the year kind of does that to us, right? It does put us in a place of reflection, makes us consider the time we've been through, the time we've spent, how we spent our time. And I could have probably done exponentially more this whole year, and I would still be feeling this way, right? I would still have the means to create some sort of narrative that I'm not doing enough. And I shared this 3 days ago when we talked a little bit about the reflection stream, how this year has been one of the most busy and productive years of my entire life. Like, really busy and really productive. I've made more things this year than I've made in my entire life combined, right? And yet I'm still tripping out. I'm still having a hard time chillaxing, surrendering to where it is I am right now, to what is right now, surrendering to the point in life I find myself in. I just have to remind myself to breathe. Everything's gonna see all right. Just breathe, dear friends. Shanna, thank you for the love. Aiden, I like the garden, bro. Thank you again. This is beautiful. I'm so happy to share with you, friends. Talas, Joe, happy to see you. Joe didn't say hi to me today. I'm devastated. Did you say hi to Joe? Joe, she probably did. She was like, "Hi, Joe, jumping." She did jumping. We're taking a tour of Christian's garden. She did. Like, how dare you, Joe? Oh no, Joy Vive, you joyous creature who blesses my daily life with your bright and beautiful presence. Hello. Hello. So nice. Thank you for that, Joe. I know what you mean, Melt. Peach can't stand buying gifts for me. She never has any idea what to get me because I never really want things. And the things I want, I can't ask for because of cost. It sucks, dude. Fucking sucks, Corey. It sucks ass, dude. I don't like that shit, man. Right? Where it's like, oh, my dad asking me, you want something for Christmas? And I have like a list. And I'm like, dude. And a part of me doesn't want to patronize my dad, you know? Like, I don't want to go, oh, yeah, you can't afford the things I want, dad. I feel like that's just, that's going to be an asshole move of my, you know? So I'm like, yeah, dad, I do want things, but I realize that I'll probably have to get myself these things. Like a camera. I want a proper camera. I've I've wanted the proper camera for a long time. But these things cost like 3 grand for, you know, your camera and your lenses. And that's a little bit out of reach right now. For me even. Never mind for someone else to get that for me. So I feel you, Brother Bear. I do feel you, man. Adults need help all the time, Mel. I'm starting to realize that, Joy Vive. I'm not unwilling to accept help. That's not what I'm saying right now. I'm just leaning into this willingness to help myself, I guess. Like I'm watching myself claim, right, that I want to be a content creator, whatever that means. I want to be an artist, really. And our art always keeps evolving. And I'm going to have to start creating things, which I don't even know if I really consider art. Basic YouTube videos, exploring the type of topics that we do, kind of diving a little bit, but not as deep as we could, right? Especially not as deep as we do when we kind of like reflect back and forth with one another. And I don't know why, but I don't want to, right? And I don't know if it's me being lazy. I don't know if it's an unwillingness to do something because I feel others do it better. Hey, a gateway. So nice having you here, friend. Let me see. I think I might have missed a little bit as well. Melty. We are all just trying to do what makes sense to us. The idea of surrender, ironically, can be very freeing. Surrendering to yourself. I feel like I'm talking about surrendering while at the same time being unwilling to. That's where I feel I am right now. I don't know if I like my camera angle. Do I want to change it? How do I go about changing it? I guess that works. Nobody really knows what the heck is going on in this world. We're just bouncing around and taking our best guess at trying to be better, to better ourselves. This applies to careers, religions, politics. It applies to everything and everyone. Don't let the confusion be a blocker. Let it be a motivation to find an answer. I don't feel confused. I don't feel confused. I feel it's actually the lack of confusion that's messing with me right now, Brother Joe. It's like I'm very clear on what needs to happen. I just don't want to surrender to that. I don't want to surrender to I don't want to surrender myself and my time and my attention to something that I know is going to create a lot of expectation, not from others, but from myself, right? If you spend hours making something, you kind of want it to be received well, right? And I'm watching my future self making things, making these things available, and then tripping myself out that the things I make is not well received. And then the other version of me knows that that's how it has to be, so that I can get good at making things, so that the things I make can be eventually well received. And I'm clear, I'm very clear, I'm not confused at all about what has to happen. I just don't want to surrender. I don't. I wanna, I wanna, I wanna keep myself, you know, keep this current fractal alive. I think I shared it yesterday or the day before that it's I have to start mourning the death of an old version of myself. And it really started when I went for my interview, at the American consulate, because I dressed up. I dressed up the way I used to dress. I dressed up the way I used to dress when I was working a 9 to 5. And most of my adult life has been working a 9 to 5. It's only the last 2 years that I started this process. I worked for 4 years before I started doing what I'm doing right now. And my initial 9 to 5, I would slick my hair back, right? Because it's not okay in business to have long curly hair. I would dress in these long sleeved button up shirts that were relatively tight fitting, body revealing. Is that the right way to say it? You could see I exercised through the shirts. It sounds like it's just tight fitting shirts, still modest, still professional, but still tight fitting. And then, I walk out of my room after getting dressed and I look myself in the mirror and I see a version of me that I've chosen not to be. I've chosen not to be that version of myself. I have surrendered to a different way of life. I have surrendered my want to generate financial abundance through the means of production. Right? I used to sell audio-visual equipment, TVs, microphones, speaker systems, projectors. We had a really cool device that was called a Barco, I think it was called. That was like these little dongles with a HDMI attached to it. And you would put this dongle with an HDMI into your computer, and it would make your HDMI feed wireless. And you could project that wireless feed to a monitor, to a projector, or to a TV. And it was a really good product. I don't know if you've ever seen those, Christian. Have you seen a Barco before? It's like a wireless HDMI cable. Little pucks. Little pucks that you can buy. I used to sell these things, and I would make massive margins. I would earn good money, but I always felt like my mind was stuck in this loop of, I need to sell something. I need this person to buy the thing that I'm trying to sell, and it would create this expectation. It would create this barrier to the person, right? I couldn't see the person for a person. I had to extract wealth from this person.
And how did that make you feel?
Made me feel shit, made me feel really shit. And I'm talking about how during the whole US consulate thing, I had to dress like that version of myself. You want to tell our friends what you said?
Oof.
Like, as soon as I got back home and Christian sees me for the first time wearing that kind of getup, What did it make you feel? He actually urged me to get undressed. I mean, that sounds weird. He urged me to get dressed differently, to put on my normal clothing.
The thing is, I got flashbacks of the first time I'd met Estian, and the first time I'd met Estian, I didn't like Estian, like at all. I didn't, and for some reason he liked me, and he latched onto me, and I couldn't kick him off. And he eventually grew on me, and grew into himself as well. So yeah, it was uncomfortable to watch that aspect of you getting metaphorically caged by clothing.
Right?
It was very funny to watch.
And like I'm sharing this point from this perspective of the surrender I have to take on.
What's that?
I have to change, Popcho. I have to change. I know what I'm supposed to do, but I don't want to. I don't want to do these things. Not from a perspective of like completely being lazy, but more from the perspective of I'm gonna have to be bad at things. I'm lazy, Popcho. Believe you me. I can be pretty lazy. I'm too lazy, Popcho. Sorry. You want me to come and join us there? Huh? Popcho, you want me to put the stream up there? I was about to say.
He's relaxing.
He is pretty relaxing.
Shirtless fashion.
You want to join me here,
We
Christian?
should really bring back nudity, actually.
I should mic you up if you want to be heard. Don't let... Again, thank you, dear friend. Gateway, it's nice having you. Finding a starting point for creativity can be difficult. Oh, yes. But starting is the most important thing. Clarity is a double-edged sword. It is. It is. I don't think they can see you right now.
Oh, I'm reading.
Resisting good things is a hallmark human trait, Mel. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Acknowledge the stubbornness, set it aside when you need it, because you will, and then try again. I'm sharing this understanding I have of what is going to be expected of me. Like we were talking about this surrender that I'm embracing, and how
I thought you hated expectations.
I know, like it's so beautiful you say that, because that's the exact thing that I'm tripping out about. It's like all of these things that I know I should be doing. When I start doing them, I'm gonna be creating expectations inside of myself.
Yeah, that's a funny little trip, right? Expectations of yourself. And then you're
Exactly.
like, but I hate expectations, so I'm gonna fuck with my expectations.
But not only that,
I've
dude.
set myself
Like it's great and all to have expectations of yourself, but when you create content, you want other people to see these things, dude. Like, Christian, you're disturbing me. Oh, please, dude. My mind is not. I don't want to be disturbed right now. Sit next to me. Oh.
I'm gonna go drink beer with Dad.
Okay. If your friends want to know what he was doing.
I'm not allowed to talk.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, yeah, go and drink beer with Dad. Oh. I have like 30 minutes left. Though. Come join me. Oh. Come join me.
Monsieur,
Monsieur.
almost reality.
Let me see. Sam, it's nice having you here. Maxine is here too. So much love to you, dear friend. In the sense that when we have a straight line of sight, then we have an understanding of what we no longer require in our lives. And we are no longer required, and who we no longer require. Enlightenment gets heavy when we start. Enlightenment should technically make you lighter. Enlightenment to me means the deep recognition and remembrance that you are light, that you are from the same fundamental source. Come again?
We're growing some lemon.
Did you see how many parasites live underneath those leaves?
Parasite.
Yeah, turn one of those leaves upside down.
Oh shit.
Cool, huh?
This thing's getting hit.
Yeah, it's getting wrecked. Knowledge is an advantage, though. It helps. More action and less talk, and you won't even be thinking about this stuff. Gateway? Yeah. You know, like you're saying that, but it's not true. Because this year, I continued doing this daily stream. I started teaching yoga daily as well, and I create art daily as well. Right? Last year, this time, it was just the stream. So I have increased my output by 200%. and still I'm not doing enough. And then I'm watching myself work myself to near death next year, and I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna get super jacked as well, like jacked 2. And then I'm gonna have to still be facing with these same questions. I don't know what's happening either right now. Knowing what we need to do and actually doing these things. You can if you want to. It's gonna be you pissing in the background of my stream though, and that's gonna be on the internet forever. So
You're gonna have to say that out loud.
if I can, dude. You do realize there's microphones in this environment right now.
I have to say that.
I can hear you. Our friends can hear you too.
That wasn't necessary.
You don't even go.
That was.
It's the alcohol kicking right now. It's the. I'll be like, please don't mind my friends. I have to call you a friend though. Please don't mind my acquaintances, my work colleagues. Just the way he's looking at you. Come and sit next to me, Christian. You're the fact that you're just like standing so ominously, walking around me is causing me more distress than anything, dude. Knowing what we need to do and actually doing these things.
The seeds of chaos.
They're a very different animal and you share the same cage. Yeah. We make that, Google makes Chromecast, and Amazon has a Fire Stick. Yeah. Like they exist. I just wanted to, at least in that point of my life, sell a product that was scalable. Because when you work for these fulfillment centers or installation companies, they basically give you really good discounts on
I'm
a.
not just speaking to your mic.
You
Is it gonna
can.
make that much of a difference?
It's just a proximity. I'm having a hard time right now, Popcho. I'm having a hard time. Christian with alcohol.
It's only first and last time.
You wanna say hi? Popcho's gonna say hello.
Hello everyone.
Maybe a little bit lower. There we go. We can see face.
Hello everyone.
Thank you, Popcho.
Hope you're happy. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Popcho. I appreciate you saying hi to our friends. We'll tell you how many friends
was
say
me,
hi to you
Dad.
too.
My sweet dad.
Mojo's here too. Love to you, friend. Thank you for joining us. What's for breakfast today? Grilled chicken and potatoes. Grilled chicken and potatoes for breakfast. Coffee and donuts first. I left my coffee at home. I was like unironically obsessed about it. It's my cheat day. Have a good one, dude. What are you cheating with?
I mean, it's almost Christmas properly, so it's like cheat day every day.
And like if I can kind of project a little bit, tell you how you should be doing it instead of the way you are doing it. Instead of saying cheat day, say day of indulgence, right? Because saying cheat day just has like a whole fractal attached to it, where a day of indulgence can be, in my mind, a little bit more.
It's okay to eat ice cream.
Yeah, indulge yourself.
It's okay to eat a donut.
Don't tell yourself you're cheating at something, because who are
Eat
you
that
cheating?
sloppy Joe. Just not every day. Make it a celebration of life.
Yeah, and an
Celebration of
indulgence.
life.
I think an indulgence is that actually, like specifically something you do.
Indulge your
Yeah,
senses.
non-regularly. Oh man, Joe, you know how to live. Absolutely. Lots of sugar. Dough gets heavy in the belly. That it does. Favorite donut? Best donut I had, Corey, nice to have you, would be either a peach fritter or an early grey glazed. But banana filled was absolutely my favorite. But no one makes them anymore.
Donut.
I haven't had any of those donuts. I don't think I've had too many novelty donuts at all, actually.
A banana donut.
It's like,
Why does that sound so alien to
it's
me?
gonna be banana cream or something.
It's like the aliens came here and we were like, we gotta bring something with us. We can't just arrive. What do you think they like? Oh,
They like bananas.
Bananas.
They're monkeys, aren't they?
Banana donuts.
We give them banana donuts.
Here you go, you.
Early grey glazed. I like Earl Grey. I was also, is it Earl Grey? I'm not even sure. I'm super simple.
Isn't that a tea?
Yeah, it is. I really like puffy glazed munchkins from Dunkin' Donuts, I'm guessing. Peach fritters, like an apple fritter, but with peaches. Well, we always get to food with these streams sometimes. This human to pee in the garden. It's true. It is true.
Thank you, Jordan.
But just not while I'm live
That is
and in frame. He can
appreciated.
just go and do it there.
Dude,
you
we
know.
saw someone pissing. In the middle of this. Oh fuck.
Yesterday we went and watched
Oh.
the movie. Actually, we went to watch the new Avatar movie.
That happened
in,
yesterday.
in 3D. Yeah, yesterday. It already feels like months ago, huh?
My
And-
memory is already repressing it.
And we're like driving, and this dude is like standing in the road.
in the middle of the road.
And it's like he took out
Oh.
his appendage in a way that we could like very viscerally
oh, very
see it.
clearly in the light of day, see everything, every crinkle, every wrinkle.
And it's
every-
just like this deep upsetting.
spurted like a fire hose.
It's
Oh,
like, oh, bro, please.
oh wow.
Yeah.
The fact that that is actually real, you know.
That happened. Yeah, and then Yuan managed to not see any of it, and we're like, we're not gonna tell you. Like,
He's undercover drying again. dude.
undercover dry. Yeah, Shan Earl Grey is made from Earl Grey tea and made into a glaze. It's amazing. That's not pretty sick. It'll probably be caffeinated as well then. My 2 cents, taking a few steps forward on your journey inevitably changes your perspective. New doors will open in front of you.
For
Trust
shizzle my nizzle.
that you will choose the right one.
Sometimes you just gotta move forward, yo.
Mm.
Sometimes the mist is a bit too thick. Gotta take a step forward. and then
Still
another
gotta take
one.
a step forward.
That's
That's bravery. dude.
that's what I've been trying to do in moving out. Force myself forward.
Christian is having a hard time right now.
You know, pick a destination based on your observation in the now.
I've been trying to get Christian to
He's been trying to get me to stay. Been
reconsider.
like, at least don't leave the country. If you wanna move, go to Cape
Yeah,
Town.
go to Cape Town.
Go to
man.
Cape Town.
That's like
it's the
2,000
freaking
kilometers away.
#1 crime destination of the world. But go to Cape Town.
I don't think Cape Town is the #1 though. I think Brazil has #1.
Brazil.
Mm.
Well, I mean, city-wise.
Jacob, go find out.
That would be an interesting
Hey
statistic
Fred,
to
Joe, it's nice
bring
having
up.
you. Thank you for saying hi to Pops. I appreciate it. Did Christian get the job in London?
Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. This is going to be a long and arduous process.
Homicides in the country.
Top 1 crime city
Get him to stay.
in the world. Most dangerous cities in the world. Okay. 2022 deadliest cities. Mexico.
Mexico,
Tijuana.
Mexico, Venezuela,
Wow.
Mexico, Venezuela,
Brazil.
Brazil, Venezuela.
Pizza
then,
Maritzburg.
then South Africa at 11, then New Guinea, then South Africa, Pretoria.
Durban.
You're living in a more dangerous place right now.
Cape
Oh.
Town is 19th
Yeah,
right now.
Pretoria, where we are living
What?
right now, is
I don't trust these statistics.
the 13th highest homicide rate in the world.
Man, Mexico is not having a good time right now,
Bro,
bro.
people get killed in Mexico.
People are getting murdered.
You see that, Christian? Look at that. Oh, you're gonna go to a
Yeah,
safer
okay,
place.
sorry, I'm gonna reevaluate what I said earlier. Sorry, 19th most dangerous city in the world.
That's
Not
very,
#1.
That's very
Not
far
#1.
down.
It's
Yeah.
19th. All right.
And you're living in 13 right
Better
now.
than Johannesburg. Here comes, like, South Africa's also on this list, my bro.
Yeah.
Cape Town, Johannesburg, Durban,
Pretoria.
Pretoria, Pieter Maritzburg.
Yeah, South Africa people get killed, yo. People
Oh,
do get
essay,
killed.
stop. Essay, please. Oh.
So what's your excuse now, Christian?
I mean, it's still more dangerous than Netherlands. That's for sure.
How are you gonna get there?
I'm gonna pull some strings, use nepotism, and cheat my way through in general.
are you? Oh, nepotism. Oh.
Although I can't say shit like that on stream.
I don't have family that's gonna give you jobs. That's what nepotism is, though. Who's gonna give you jobs, though?
Nobody. I'll use friends. I'll use strings, connections.
You need to
The
reach
typical
out to LinkedIn people. So.
Bourgeois method. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Honestly, I'm not too worried, nor am I rushed. I think it'll be a good party living with dad again.
Yeah, I think, the fact that you're gonna be saving on rent and Wi-Fi and electricity.
Well, for 2 months, let's put it that way.
Christian, stay for a year. Stay for 5 years. Imagine how much money you'll have. Oh, you can buy yourself a house. But no, he wants to move to Europe, where he's gonna rent all of his money away, and then he's gonna be like, "Oh, this place fucking sucks." And
I
I'm like,
want to
"Oh,
meet
yeah."
a beautiful European girl
This
with
again.
blue eyes and dark hair.
There's blue-eyed, dark-haired girls in South Africa as
She's
well.
gonna dance like Wednesday Addams and sing like Mariah Carey. I don't know. Who's a famous singer at this point?
Bro, you're already spoken for.
Rihanna.
Gateway Process is here right now, dude.
Gateway Process.
Oh,
man.
it seems jolly and happy. He's an amazing man. I mean, he did make this one, didn't he? Sounds amazing.
He is an amazing man.
Cheat day is just a term that is well known. I agree. I do agree. I'm not saying you're wrong for using it. I've just, in my life, I have. Did you watch that? Did you just rub something off on my shirt? You freaking
No,
ruffian.
hell no. Why would I do that?
I don't have a washing machine anymore, remember? Oh?
You don't have a washing.
You sold the washing machine was in our apartment.
This guy went to the cinema yesterday with half of his ass hanging out through his pants, bro.
My pants have been
And
broken.
he has the audacity to talk to me about wiping stuff off.
Just
on his
because I
shirt.
wear broken clothes doesn't mean I want to wear dirty clothes. So there's a difference. Just because I look like a hobo doesn't mean I want to smell like a hobo.
whole ass cheek hanging out.
Like I have a pair of yoga pants.
We walked
like,
through
like parachute
one of
pants.
the biggest malls in Africa with this guy's ass hanging out.
I
Man.
don't care. Like I
Oh.
wear a pair of underwear, you know, and then I wear the pants over top of the underwear. That's 2 layers separating me from the rest of the world. So they should be thanking me for adding so many layers, dude. Be like, Yossi, that's a lot of layers, dude. Can't see anything. What's the point of clothing? Oh, like actually, is the point of clothing to be in one piece, or is it to cover up?
I'm grateful for my own acceptance. Thank you, me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is him being accepting, you know, like viscerally remembering this piece of information and bringing it up, like, oh, just give me. So accepting, Christian. Surrender.
Please get new pants, bro.
I don't know. I can afford.
Or sew
to
these
buy
ones
myself.
together. I
Bro,
don't know.
have you seen the
Do
amount?
like a little Huckleberry Finn patch or something.
I could do that probably. Like that pants, it has like a big, like it has like a hand-sized hole in my butt cheek, and it's like big. And people come up to me and they're like, your pants are wrecked. I'm like, I know my pants are wrecked. They're like, why are you wearing them? I'm like, well, they're pretty.
Several reasons.
And they cover-
I have to take my flower to it today. Did you know
Yeah.
I'm a content creator? Here are some of my flowers. By the way, are you interested in consciousness? There's a bizarre and an infinite universe out there right now, and he will do this. He will do this until the person runs away
How
scared.
do you speak to people? How do you see that they do?
They comment on the YouTube,
You can see their
and
their
then
thoughts.
you read their comments, and you
Can I subscribe to you?
you can if you want to watch it.
You can be
Yeah,
here.
because you're making bullshit comments.
Please. Sometimes people do, and I just interesting.
Yeah, but when you see it's me, oh,
Then
No,
I'm
you
gonna-
can't make bad comments on Estian streams.
of course.
People have tried Popjo. People try, and then they either stop and disappear, or they become friends. Like that's the 2 alternatives. Because I realized that if you're sharing bull of shit comments,
But actually, I saw on the internet, on YouTube, that you actually, if you want to speak to somebody, you speak directly. Can you do this?
like
Direct messaging.
If you see message, you can connect directly to this guy and speak to him.
Yeah, obviously you can. I mean, there's several
so,
methods.
it's not that easy on YouTube, unfortunately. It used to be that way with Reddit.
To talk to an account.
Like I could with Reddit go back on my messages and then just click on the username, and it would take me directly to their profile.
Surely you need some sort of email to sign up on YouTube, though.
You should have possibility.
Yeah, but they
to
don't give
speak
you
to
that
them
information.
directly.
They don't give you that information, unfortunately, and they don't allow you to connect directly. Not right now, at least. They have a new atting system, so people can tag me in videos by just @meltmoring me. That's something that they implemented recently, but like they don't really. It's not a social media platform as much as it's a media platform.
It's not so much media platform, but it is like media platform.
Yeah. What I'm saying is like Facebook.
It is a media
Facebook or
platform. It's not a
Instagram.
chat platform.
Yeah. Like Facebook or Instagram, those are like direct messaging type of platforms.
But how other people do it?
Do what? Direct messaging on
Yes,
YouTube.
Yes, if you are speaking, you can connect directly to this person. You can speak directly.
So the way that we do that, Popcho, is I have a Discord server. So it's like a place where we can all come together and speak directly to one another. That's like the closest we get to that.
As you're speaking now,
Mm.
you can connect, or the other guy wants to connect.
You can go live with me.
Yes.
Like YouTube has a feature like that, but not in the middle of a stream. You have to start the stream with the other person in it.
What is the purpose?
Content creation,
I mean,
Popcho.
we could fix it for YouTube. We could petition that
No,
for them.
because if you have interesting message that you want to discuss and whatnot.
I mean,
He sits on-
platforms like TikTok has features like that now.
He gets a lot of messages, Dad. That's the problem.
No, I know, I do appreciate people, but the point is that you can't discuss with them what you receive. Do you understand the point?
Not exactly, Popcho.
You mean like they are live on video and you are live on video and you're having a conversation this way?
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm not speaking about all of them, just only in certain.
Yeah, but
So,
that's basically
I like that idea, Popcho.
a remote podcast.
But I feel in this medium, it would, in a way, take away from it. One of the things that I do plan on doing is seeing these friends and having them just sit next to me, right? Giving them a microphone, and then we can have a conversation like this. And in that way, it would be, as you mentioned, like a collaborative stream. But if it's online, I feel it'll be a logistical nightmare, right? Because they'll also have to have good audio. It's just like things in my mind stopping me from wanting to
Of
do
course,
it. That way.
if they have no audio, they have no video, it is understandable.
Mm.
But in case if somebody wants to connect to you, has trouble, or he wants to share with you something. it is
Oh, that happens all the time.
Exactly.
All the fucking time.
And the burp.
He can't run away from it. People will find him on social media, either through YouTube or Discord or
Reddit or
Reddit. You still on Reddit?
Instagram. I actually haven't been on Reddit much. I want to like get a bot to auto-publish my YouTube links to my Reddit account so that people can still find me
You can
vicariously.
use Telegram.
I don't use Telegram.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, Telegram hasn't called to me. TikTok really wants my information, dude. It like really.
You're gonna have to go to TikTok, Estian.
Are you leaving?
Let's go. I'll be right back.
Oh,
I'll be back.
cool. Yeah, I've been drinking. Thank you, Popchon. I'm feeling. Expectations, things that could be, should be done.
Zanero.
Like we used to have a podcast, right? Me, Johan, and Christian. But it took too much time. And we all get busy. And it's not as we want it to be just yet. Like we have plans to reignite our podcast a little bit later. But we're only going to do it when we have the technology to do the things we want to be doing. I'm not really cheating on anything. I'm just being less focused on my overindulgence. I get you completely, Brother Bear. Get another beer. Your dick is eye level. Oh, please, Christian. Please, oh, stop. Please, my brains. Oh, my
Don't
brains.
you insult my single ad snake, bro.
We have a bakery that does vegan donuts, and they're legendary. People drive like 30 to 40 minutes to get a dozen or two. So decadent. Like they have a brownie donut. That's
Decadent.
like 1,100 calories.
It's a beautiful word.
I am a Gabi donut. Here you are, dude. I mean, technically, all of us are donuts, right? There's like one continuous hole through us, and then there's all of this stuff around us. I'm so sorry. You're a Taurus, so you're a Taurus, Christian. Your heart even generates a toroidal field, dude. Voodoo donuts are amazing. Haven't had those either. I eat donuts, a rare privilege, 333 showing. Keep moving, keep moving. I'm renting all of my money away in Texas. You see that shiznit, oh?
What does that mean?
Come to South Africa, gobbledygoo. You're like, Melt, it's not that easy. Damn it. I know it's not that easy, dude. But if you can figure out
I'm pretty
how
sure
to-
it's easier for an American to get into South Africa.
Yeah, it's more the work, right? Like he might have...
What does Gob do? He's a...
He works in an office or he works at a doggy daycare place.
I see.
I don't actually know what he does in his office. Like I feel a part of me doesn't care. Not from a place of that I don't care, but just that you're not defined by the things you do. right? You're
Certainly
not
helps landing a transfer service.
that it could help with, right? To a consulate, officer, it might mean something, but not so much to me. Take that, Mr. Robot approach, Christian. Jack the company, plan some malware, and then show up and be like, I can take care of that.
Mr. Robot
Have
approach.
you seen Mr. Robot?
I have.
Yeah, it's pretty
Jack
hectic.
company plans.
Waka waka bang bang, coffee
See, that would require me to be a scum.
He has to be scum.
I cannot keep my scum ass.
Your scum ass. Yeah,
That
it's
way.
a line from the new Avatar movie. You need to keep your scum ass here.
Keep your scum ass here.
The Mom Melty. I feel you on that one. It just because I look like a bum doesn't mean I want to smell like one. Yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Brother Joe. We have people synchronizing, dude. I feel that melt. Ripped pants has been an issue for me as well. Ripped my uniform pants in high school, putting it higher on my friend's car, go to school late, and got detention. Got detention. Yeah, you see, people can't give me detention in the real life for my
I
ripped
wish
pants.
I could find a teacher that comes up to you with a demerit or something.
It demerits me. It's like,
Detention.
your pants
for
are
your
ripped.
pants
Here's a-
being ripped.
I'm like, woman, don't start with me, yo.
have
What's
seen
the
the
point of
cosmos.
clothing? Seriously, exactly, Joy Viv. It's supposed to cover up. That's the first purpose, and then it's supposed to
I
be
think-
comfortable.
Like, I would understand clothing if it fulfilled the function of staying warm or protecting against something. So, kind of like in diving, you need your wetsuit in case you go, I don't know, smashing into the coral.
Clothing should be functional.
Yeah, it should be functional. So, if you're living in a place that's warm and tropical like South Africa, screw it, let it hang, ladies and gentlemen. I don't see the problem. Although nudity is illegal and considered a sexual offense. So, hopefully we can amend that in the Constitution at some point in the future. But we'll see. I think we should go full nudity. Nudity for the win, yo. It makes it a lot more honest. A lot more honest and calm. Everybody got nothing to hide. Ain't a fashion statement. God, we'd bankrupt Gucci so quickly.
Good, bro. The owner of or the CEO of Gucci,
Louis Vuitton.
no, Louis Vuitton is now one of the richest people in the
Yeah.
world, bro. Such ridiculousness.
Louis Vuitton. Y'all stop buying the expensive stuff, please. Please buy local. It's the same
Why
thing.
melt more? I'll make clothing, Christian. I'm gonna Louis Vuitton up in there, bro. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, Louis Vuitton.
Sure, buy melt more. Still
Yeah.
better than Louis Vuitton.
So, I want like I'm planning on doing this,
Still better.
I want to go full hemp for my products, dude.
Uh,
We're gonna go there, dude. So far so good, except I'm Russian, not European.
Ruski.
Ruski. Bro,
She's a Russian girl?
Gateway Process is red.
Dostoevsky.
Dostoevsky.
Dostoevsky. You've read Dostoevsky? That's
Yeah,
pretty.
dude.
I haven't even read Dostoevsky. I'm still building up towards
What does popcho mean?
popcho.
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 Popcho means it's like a slang term for dad.
Hmm.
Like a nice way to say dad.
Say popcho.
Popcho.
Popcho. Definitely invite Pops to the stream. He's shirtless and chilling. He doesn't want to join us right now. And he did join us for a second.
Don't you dare call my father an old head, yo. He's a young, fresh ass man. He has still got thousands of years to live, so ain't no point in calling him an old man.
Christian, we can also talk about the fact that
I'm
we're
getting defensive.
infinite consciousnesses and that we're older than time itself. So all of us are old heads on young bodies. Seems like a fun experiment. I went to the bank the other day for the first time in a while. There was a cow in a suit behind the counter. He was the new accountant. He had a hard time counting past 4 because he lactose. That's the one like Christian takes off glasses. Corey is a dad, dude. So like I feel like he has like the dad car. Corey, did you just get hacked? No, it's just a sucker for bad dad jokes. Corey was awake and
One of my favorite responses to like really crazy dad jokes is like,
just the cough.
because it
like silent cough.
lactose.
Suddenly you question your whole existence. Fasting, doing today the 16 split, please get it. I feel like the biggest thing, and when I realized this about fasting, that it's great for is you have this mucous membrane on the inside of your gut lining, right? You're like, please melt. Please, this is too much. Yes, you have like a layer of slime in your guts, and then the food passes inside that layer of slime. And if it just touched your inside organs directly, you would die. So that layer of slime has to stay
You
active.
wouldn't die.
You
It
would
be
die, Christian.
incredibly
You would
painful.
die. You would die, straight up dead, if you didn't have that layer of slime. So if you keep eating this, your body always has to have that layer of slime active. So when you take 16 hours to fast, it actually gives your body an opportunity to dissolve that layer of slime and rebuild it. Seriously, it's anti-inflammatory. Like the longer that slime stays as well, the more inflammation it can cause you as well. Gut inflammation, dude. The more you know. The more you know. Dun dun dun. Who needs tears? Nice having you here, dear friend. So much love to you. Beansy, water, water, water. I'm on day 2 of fasting. Shannon does 2 days off, 2 days on. I'm a professional barista in a massive office. And in college for electrical engineering technician. I fluff dry dogs as a grooming shop on Saturdays.
You're
you, dog.
living the hero story, dude.
Bruh, he's living
Working
the hero
towards-
story. But at the same time, he's expected, to work himself near to death
Yeah,
just to make ends meet, though.
that is the life we currently live in.
That's not okay, bro.
If you come from nothing, you gotta fight your way up the ladder. Claw and bite for it. Kill for it.
I believe it's not going to continue staying this way. Come to South Africa. I'm watching live how the people of South Africa are taking the country back for themselves. Because of how absolutely atrocious our government is right now, people know that they cannot trust in
They
their
kind of did a
governments.
very funny outcome of it. It's like the government sucked, so the people decided to take everything into their own hands, including power supply and water supply.
I hope for that one first, bro.
I don't know how we're gonna do water supply.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
That's gonna be a
We
bit.
have a lot of water in South Africa, interestingly enough, though. Even though we do have places of drought,
We still have water shortages.
dude, we do
And
have
that's
water shortages,
mostly because
but we
of the-
don't pay for water.
Yeah.
Don't you think that's crazy?
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So, damn Shan, 2 days. I'm using the day off to fast and try and get a clear channel for my upcoming psychic session on the 20th, please. I feel fasting is a great way to kind of come back to yourself. Being naked in the Canadian winter doesn't work too well. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a yikes. Canada is a 30-minute drive from me. Still haven't been. I want to try poutine so bad. Are we getting chopped in half? What's happening? Are we finishing? You want to give me the microphone? What's happening? Just kind of just assume we just fist fight the cold weather. It's like, oh yeah, cold. Put your hands up. I could see, thank you, Holmes, the resemblance. I'll check you again soon. We'll probably finish up in the next few minutes.
Christian?
Yeah, Bobjo.
I'm still okay.
Thank you. I appreciate you helping me. Okay. Coffee. Sure.
Are you done?
Almost.
Okay, you can finish.
Thank you, Bobjo. I revere baristas. You're like a coffee bud tender. He can do like the little flowers, the little feathers and everything. Damn handsome devils. So fasting too. I'll be thinking of you, Shan. What a crazy, synchronicity that all of your friends are kind of like tuning into that. I've been alternately fasting, non-fasting, every 2 days for the last 2 months. I hope everything goes well. I'm excited for you. Love you too. His name is Andrew Anderson. I've seen some interviews done with him. I'm curious as to what he has to say. Thank you for embracing that, curiosity, dear Maxine. I'm gonna echo the same thing that I've always echoed to you, is that you don't need anything, dear friend. You don't need any help. You don't need anyone else's, interpretation. You don't need anyone else's psychic session. That everything, look at me, everything you could ever need is inside you. And even if you go to someone else and they give you information that is useful, the only reason it's useful is because of you. Not because of what they're saying, but because of your willingness to be open to it. And we can do that everywhere. We can do that with conversations with our friends, with our family members, with a YouTuber that we like following. That information is out there for all of us. I've not heard of him. I'll have to look him up. Thank you for the curiosity, Shan. I wanted to move to SA, but yesterday you said there's no eggnog, so my excitement has dimmed. Can't you make eggnog? I'll make you some eggnog, Joy. Joy V, if you love eggnog. I've never had eggnog, so I can't even say if I like it or not. In my coffee, it's one of my favorite things. Everything you could ever need is inside eggnog. Alcohol, protein, fats. I guess there probably is some sugar in the milk as well, right? Lactose. Ninja Nanner, I'm from North Dakota, but if you asked about Andrew, I think he's from Chicago area. Are you gonna do it online? Really? It's my ride or diet. I was just repeating Mel. Thank you. Thank you. We love you, Gateway, always. You know this. Repeating. I'm drinking so much nog in the winter. When are you returning to the farm, Melty? I don't know yet, Maxine. Soon. I'm supposed to. I asked my dad again today. Do you know when you're coming through to Pretoria? Dead silence. Yeah. Surrender. Surrender to what is right now, dear friend. The place we find ourselves in, the time that we're alive in, right? It's very easy to convince ourselves of how atrocious things are, and you would be right. You would be right in telling me how atrocious things are right now. But also we have access to things like this, right? We have the ability to connect with friends in a way we've never been able to before. And I was thinking about this yesterday, how I'm gonna continue doing this. Like there's nothing that can stop me. I enjoy it so much. I feel like it's a part of me at this point. You know, and I'm looking forward to seeing how again next year this time we will have surpassed 1,000 days of doing what it is we're doing right now. 1,000 days is coming up, dear friend. And then 10,000. And then 100,000. If I can do 100,000 days, I'll probably be close to 200 years old. I look forward to seeing it with you, friends. It's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be such a crazy experience. Catch you later. Love your friends. Love you, Gateway. We'll see you again soon. Beans, patina's amazing. Get some mushroom gravy, cheese curds, and French fries. I prefer shoestrings, and get it nice and hot, and then you eat the tastiest mess on the plate that you've ever seen. Your dad left you on red? Yeah, he does that. Like I've asked him a few times. I've asked him 3 times. And the first time he was like, I'll let you know. And the second time he was like, I'll let you know. And the third time he didn't let me know that he'll let me know. Because I don't know if he knows, right? And then a part of me has to surrender to this acceptance that he doesn't really care that much, right? He's not gonna come through just to get me. He's gonna come through if it means he can earn money in the city. So I'm like, cool. Surrender. This is how it is. I can be angry about it. I can try and fight him about it. I can fight myself about wanting to fight him about it. Or I can be like, oh well, guess this is how it is right now. Missed you to tears. We always do, friend. It's always nice having you here. I can totally see you're building something melty. I wish you nothing but success and prosperity within your journey. I am. We're gonna see this being built together. That's the crazy thing, Maxine. I feel I'm very proud of this space and of the growth that we have been experiencing, because it's going to be a document of what we're capable of when we show up for love. And I hope it goes down in history as something that was impressive, right? My egoic self would like some sort of acknowledgement, like, oh yeah, good job. But is that gonna mean anything? Is it gonna really matter? Because I'm gonna get the approval of my dad, the approval of my family, the approval of the world, the approval of the financial system. And then I'm still going to have to come back to the approval, the surrendering to myself, right? So instead of tripping myself out, telling myself stories of what I need to do before I'm going to be worthy of approval, I'm just going to try and approve of myself right now. I'm gonna surrender into how things are right now, knowing that I'm showing up for something larger than myself, something that's going to be beautiful, but not tripping myself out that it's not that just yet. We've missed you too, tears. Gori, I love that stuff so much. The universe has guided us all along, Mel, and it will continue to. Everything is going to be okay. I see a signpost, dear Shan. Dry, joining us too, saying, hello friends, I'm surprised I'm up this early. Went to bed at 3 a.m. and it's 9 a.m. now. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're gonna have a good Saturday. Rest well. 100,000 days is about 274 years, I'm guessing. Might want to record some streams in advance. Well, Mojo, guess I'll just have to live till I'm 274, or technically until I'm 298. I plan on it. You know, I want to live to 1,000. I'll show up for 1,000 years if it means I can. Sounds amazing, Corey. It's -6, and it would be a perfect dish. A friend of mine also brought back some good bud from Colorado. Poutine plus weed equals winter goodness, cocoon. That sounds amazing. Of course, it's 274 years. Of course, the silent are my choir, the gentle are my warriors, the strong are my lamb. Not the exact quote. Beautiful nonetheless. Oh my gosh, the self-approval thing hit me hard after the night I had. Dry, and you were here to hear it, dear friend. What night did you have, Dry? Maybe we'll wait. Tell us what night you had, Brother Bear. Did you feel like a part of you wanted the approval of others? Part of you felt out. Part of you felt like you couldn't say the right things, were too awkward around other people, scared, terrified of them not approving of you. Realize, really realize, surrender to the fact that the only person's, the only entity's approval that you need is yours. Do you approve of where you are right now? Do you approve of yourself? Do you believe you're doing the right things in your life? And if yes, then surrender. If no, keep fighting. Keep fighting so that you can surrender, knowing that you've approved of yourself. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Let's see if Brother Dry is going to let us know. I'll wait a bit longer. I'll take a few breaths. Lolo joining us too. So much love to you, friend. Our lessons and missions are enclosed in the heart. Luke Blue Eagle. Luke Blue Eagle. I've never heard that name before. I'll read the code again. Our lessons and missions are enclosed in the heart. Not exactly the same quote, but the closest thing that it brings me to is this understanding that, or maybe not understanding, maybe belief that consciousness resides in the heart, fundamentally. That instead of believing that consciousness arises from the head, the firing of neurons, believing that consciousness is fundamental and resides within the heart. In the same way you have this oscillating, beating frequency that keeps pushing energy into the universe, that is consciousness. That is awareness, awareness, I'm aware, I'm aware of this thing, I'm aware of this thing. And that's heart space. And then the mind takes that awareness and adds layers to it of like, I'm aware of my hand, I'm aware of the grass, I'm aware of my yoga mat, I'm aware of this cell phone screen, I'm aware of the friends on the other side of this experience, when ultimately there is just this pure awareness of what is, of the existence in and of itself. I wonder if your dad is disappointed in himself, disappointed that you're your own person and not his mini-me. He really wanted me to be. He really wanted me to be. Like painfully wanted me to be a mini-me. Joy Vive. Like to the point where when when he asked me about my signature. He asked me to write my signature, and I wrote my signature down. And he was like, and then he wrote his signature down next to it. And I could see this want of his for me to mimic, for me to be like him. Same thing with his belief system, his religion. He really wanted to believe in that. Same thing with his profession. My entire family are a bunch of engineers. They believe that in South Africa, especially, an engineer is like this bourgeois, oh, I'm so smart, I'm engineering, And he really wanted that for me too. My entire family did. I was supposed to become a chemical engineer. That's the proficiency test was like, yeah, you are a chemical engineer. And then when my dad saw that shiznit, he lost his mind. He was like, yeah, my son is gonna be a chemical engineer. And now I'm a hippie. I wouldn't be surprised if he is disappointed. I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm also surrendering to that. Surrendering to myself instead of surrendering to his wants. It really is, again, the whole self-approval. It was my mom's birthday, and I went to the bar of my brother and a few others. And my brother, mostly, kept trying to get me to drink because I kept having to say no, because I don't. I had to not feel guilty about my choice to not drink, even if I never have, even if it mads, every kind of mad, because I'm the party killer or whatever. For what it's worth, I'm proud of you, Brother Dry. The fact that you, within inside of yourself, was more concerned with your own approval, right? This understanding that I don't like drinking, instead of being concerned with your family's approval. I'm happy for you, Brother Bear. I get it. I quit drinking for a while before, and the pressure is intense. Yeah, people want to see you drinking when they're drinking as well. The underdogs are my lions. The silent ones are my choir. I think this is the original quote. The women will be my soldiers with the weight of life on their shoulders. Queendom by Aurora. The underdogs are my lions. Synchronicity, the fact that there's a melty lion. The silent ones are my choir. The fact that there's technically more of you friends quiet than there are friends of you that speak. And then the craziest part is the women will be my soldiers with the weight of life on their shoulders. I believe the future is feminine. I believe you friends, especially our feminine friends, are going to be the ones who have the most responsibility for the future we're heading into. I'm proud of you, Dry, for staying true to yourself. Thank you, Shan. No guilt, Dry. Hedonism can take many forms, my dude. There are so many ways that you can still participate with the fish. You have the right to do what's best for you. Thanks, Shan. Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Dry, for sharing with us, for allowing me to share another point of approval, right? Surrendering to yourself, surrendering to what is your way of seeing the world, instead of surrendering to the way that other people want to see the world around you. I'm proud of you, friends. Love you, Dry Historian. Thank you for sharing that love too. See you, friends, again soon. We don't have cards here. I see a crescent moon on its bottom, not like on its side. Crescent moon. It had like of course, the crescent moon area, but the bottom of it was almost like it was leaking. Like it was kind of like, not leaking. Imagine it was so bright and there was particles in the way as you're looking at this light. And then those particles were catching the light and being illuminated by the light the moon was creating like a little bit of a hazy, dripping down effect. Sending you love. Thank you. Maulao, I'm so sorry for tuning out as you're tuning in. I appreciate you for joining me. I'll see you again. So much love to you, friends. Goodbye, everyone. Cheers. Thank you. Who needs tears? Love you too, friend.